false. But when it involves a lecturer and a student, people tend to believe that student first.
I agree.
So now I would say that it's very unfortunate that women do not have safe spaces anywhere. In the church, we saw a case of a girl who went to go and read for exams 1 year like that, and she was raped and killed in the church. We have seen another case of a woman that was killed in a BRT and she was abandoned there. In a police station, people will go there and they are raping women in a police station. So I'm just saying that why is it that we live in a society where nowhere is safe? Even the homes, some homes are being raided and women are being raped in their homes. Now back to this subject matter of a girl that they send to school. Oh yeah, I'll go and make something of yourself. She already has it in her mind that she wants to be something. And then this lecturer that has no self-control, has no dignity, literally does not respect his wife, looking for small girls up and down, taking advantage of the fact that he has something over her. Because I mean, if you were to have approached her on the road, she'd have said, come, are you okay? Don't you even know your type? This pretty girl, because he knows that there's a power dynamic that okay, this guy really needs to pass this house, so he's taking advantage of that. And because they've given you a power like that does not now mean that you should take advantage, you know, of that privilege that you have. I think we should create spaces where lecturers are being punished so that others will learn, because we have gone so long with them say, oh, it's not true, or maybe they'll just sweep it under the carpet, or like what Eniola has said that, oh, maybe even HOD self they're inside. So when you go and report a lecturer, he will look for how he would bury the matter.
The guy in question was even the HOD.
Exactly. Wow. Maybe in this case even VC even they involved. So safe space for women, and I really do hope that men are taught that there are some boundaries that you should never cross. You should have some self-discipline, even sexual discipline. The fault of man, na sexual discipline, indiscipline, they always cause her. Look at the case from the days of what's be his name, the guy that had long hair, Samson. Right? Now, they gave you instruction. This hair must never be Delilah. It was his own self-discipline, because you are in your covenant with God. Now you get something, they are giving a simple instruction because of your disobedience. Now look at how he became, although he got his glory back, but he died. So I think men, it's just sex, and you people only last like 2 minutes anyways. Wow. So please, sorry, this man that is an HOD now, I'm sure that he'll be a professor, because most lecturers are mostly professors.
Well,
so look at exactly.
Oh, wow.
He did professorship now. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Actually, sorry, you guys know
doctor.
He's not. Actually lower than professor level, but I know that most lecturers are professors. But even before you can be a doctor of academics, you self no small. So because of this, because of 2 minutes sex, see your life.
He reached 2 minutes.
This matter does not get swept under the ground, because I mean, we have given police does not mean that there's justice, because police will go do their own mago say, you say, why you go in office, why? Yeah, so I really do hope that they do not fail this girl. I rest my case. Now the question that you have,
my love. So what do you think? I want to hear your take about girls who lure lecturers and falsely accuse them.
Thank you very much for that question. I do not believe in girls luring lecturers. Let me tell you why. Because all these lecturers is if your eye already did here. If it's a lecturer that is God fearing, they know that you respect your wife, they know that you do not have wandering eyes. No girl will go and meet you because she knows say this man you know fit mess with her. But they hear G say, omo, you dey look me, oh. That's why girl cannot go, because she knows that there is landing water.
There's soft landing.
Exactly. So if she now goes there, if that man was a serious person, he will say, come, are you okay? In fact, let me go and report you to somebody. But because he's already indulging in that, that's why it was easy. There is no man that can be set up if he does not want to be set up.
Okay.
Thank
you very much.
So okay, Eniola.
Yes.
Another one.
Another banger.
Okay.
Do you believe that in some cases men can be stringed along? Like a man who is not interested, a woman can make sure she gets to that point where she gets him interested.
I don't believe that. I feel like for you to actually do something, it means there was one little chance that you were already interested in that. Because there is no way. The same logic of this kind of men is the same logic with the kind of men that will tell you that a minor came onto them. You know, children can do stupid things, right? But you are the elderly person. You are the one that's supposed to know that this is not right. I should not be involved with you, and you will be the one to turn that down. That child might not understand at that moment, but when the child grows, they will understand that you actually saved them from destruction, because another person would have taken advantage. So if a man is being strung along and you went ahead with it, then it means you already had it in as much you were not drugged.
And you don't take advantage.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. In as much you were not drugged or coerced into doing anything, then there is nothing.
And you cannot coerce a man, honestly. Okay, it's what a man wants to do that with you. That was a man to marry you. Men, they have their own. Let not deceive
Okay.
you. Even who they underrate men, no, honestly,
Okay.
they actually have a mind of their own.
So I asked this question because I remember in the morning earlier on TV, you said that these are the kind of men that would say, oh, minors came onto them.
Yes.
And that tore me in two, because I know that certain men in this category might say, I'm not defending men, but let's just give a room for those people who would say, oh, she's an adult, she's above 18, so yes, now in this light, I would like to say that this man is not a pastor. He has his vices. He like woman too. He like the thing we God don't create, and then you now take yourself and say, oh God, we'll give it to you, don't worry, free of charge. And this man, he does not know your Jesus Christ. He only knows himself. You never hear that adage say, if you give me, I go collect. So now, a lot of men run with that kind of mindset that, okay, I no ask you, but if you give me, no be say I go reject them. Can you agree, the man in the studio?
See, okay.
Wait now, wait. And I'm almost
that you have
I'm almost
for that they give you,
now.
will not collect. Even if you have this, no make me talk through. Say na white, no go say na red.
Babe, wait.
No, it's true now.
I'm not talking about this, but what I'm
factual.
trying to say is that this man runs with the idea of, if you give me, I go collect, but I no go disturb you. And so now, wait, now the girl will now come and say, this lecturer go show and shake it so that I go fit pass this thing extra. Then she'll now go and start luring this man. Of course, gets Jesus Christ mentality. He just feels like anybody will give me, I go collect. And then he now falls into this trap. Are you saying for being human and having his own weakness, it is right, or what that girl has done is right?
My love.
Because no, see, I see the fault in men having to ask for sex for grades, but I also see a fault in women having to lure lecturer to the point where people now feel like that's what they actually did.
Okay, so let's understand one thing. There can't be an ethical relationship between a lecturer and their student unless the student has graduated or the student is not under them. Anything that puts you in a superior position over the person you are seeking, especially when it's a man and woman dynamic.
Even in corporate organizations.
Thank you very much. Imagine you don't have any means of survival and all that, and that is the only job, and then your boss is coming on to you. That is not a fair chance, because you want to consider the fact that you don't want to lose your job, or you don't know how this man will react to the rejection. So
what
want
if it is the
worker
that is going on to the boss?
That one is different.
I'm still trying to explain.
You are reversing it for
that is what I'm saying now, that even if the lady is now
it's
the
not
one
the same
coming
thing.
on
Sorry,
to
let me
you,
answer very question.
Already
it's not the same thing, because there's a consequence.
Equal.
Exactly.
It is not equal. You
there's
have
a
the
consequence
upper
for
hand.
There's no consequence for demand. For example, now, if it's Oga approaching you now, if you say no, you can lose your job. If you gotta meet Oga to approach you, you might likely lose your own job, because how dare you approach him? Or number two, if the man refuses you, who is going to punish him? But if you refuse the man, they will punish you.
But a woman can lure a man to it now.
Women can lure.
The ask comes from the man directly, so a woman can
Like
make a man feel like
it's
coming from him, meanwhile it came from her.
Yes.
There's another
But I'm not gonna report him and say that it's because she wanted something. Then that secretary is going to do hot corner.
Yeah, but still, in this context, no matter what, even if you are this, you are that, in as much the person is still under you and you have some form of authority, even if she's coming on to you, it's not making sense.
Okay, I'm going to ask one last question.
I had a personal experience.
One last
because when I was in school, there was one of my lecturers that he was like a young man, not entirely, he was like in his 40s but not married, and he had access to a lot of girls and all that. I've been hearing about the kind of things that happens, but nobody really mind, because he was a single person. When the sex or grade thing came out, he was trying to justify that in as much the lecturer is an adult and you're an adult, if it is consensual, then nobody should actually prosecute the man for that. Let me now tell you that when we had after a class, this man saw me with my friends and he called me. So because he called me from there, I was trying to run towards him, and I'm a lady now, my body is going to move the way I'm running and all that. And when I got to this man, what he told me was, oh, are you doing no brat today, no brat day today? See how everywhere is just moving.
Can you
I felt irritated.
You didn't
slap.
I I felt
Is
irritated,
that
but he
that
was my
man-
lecturer. I think I was
Yeah.
like 19 or 20
Yeah.
as at then. What would I have said? I just said
Wow.
no, and I did not laugh. I did not make him feel like this is welcome. So don't do this to me anymore. But still, you can't try this in a much more civilized country.
Yeah.
You are going to be slammed with an harassment lawsuit,
Yes.
Yeah,
and
you lose your job.
No, there is no consequence. That is
Yes.
why they do this rubbish in
I
Nigeria.
agree with the consequence
Bam.
part, and that's why till tomorrow I keep thanking God for the kind of university me I went to. You dare not, you go lose your job last. They will first listen to the student first.
We no can't get money for private
No,
uni.
wait,
Who go
my love,
protect us?
My love, not be compared.
Even for private school, say they do that kind
They
of
do
rubbish.
they do am, but I mean, really, I never experienced it, and it's so sad. But yes, before we go on a quick break, I want to ask one last
5,000.
question. Waiting, now it's like money.
To my account. Oh yeah.
Wait, Yves, and your last praise, you guys are free. Anybody can answer. So in the case where they now investigate and they find out that it was the girl who lured the man firstly and then later accused him.
Who seduced the man?
Yes, it was the girl who seduced the man, or maybe lured him one way or the other. Maybe it was not a situation of he was coming on to her or she was coming on to him. It was just a thing of meet me at so place. I think I have something. Just tell him any cook and bull story, and he finds himself in that area. And then they now investigate who Kuma should they now fault for this, who will be jailed for it, or if there is a penalty, who will receive it.
Well, in as much she's an adult, if she was the one that was trying to play a fast one, then she should be prosecuted for it.
I think
but
you
this
answered
scenario,
me.
it looked like this man has
No, not this
refusing
scenario. I'm
to-
just asking
generally, and then the lady should be prosecuted. I mean, for you to have the mind to want to paint someone's image, that's like
I think
defamation
it has
of character.
answered
So
everything about the talk since. Okay, so we have to go. Praise.
When you come back on a break, I think I have another answer.
We have to go on a quick break and be right back. This is People by Libianca featuring Arasta and Omali. Make sure you check on your own people today, because I mean some people are not having it.
Bam.
From your very first day in secondary school, to campus dreams that kept you awake at night, to that first job interview that changed everything. From traffic on 3rd Mainland Bridge to quiet midnight thoughts under an open sky, there has always been one frequency riding with you. Rhythm 93.7 FM didn't just play music, we scored your moments. When you celebrated, we turned it up. When you stumbled, we lifted your spirit. When the nation held its breath, we stayed present, informing, connecting, caring. Across Lagos, Port Harcourt, Benin, Abuja, and every heartbeat in between. One rhythm, one sound, one family. And now, beyond borders, streaming across continents, connecting Nigerians in the diaspora and global listeners searching for the sound of home. We didn't just grow, we grew with you. Through weddings and wins, through heartbreaks and hustle, through late nights, early mornings, and everything in between. Because it was never just radio. It's lifestyle, it's culture, it's connection. More music, less noise, more feeling, more life. This isn't just a station. This is your rhythm. Rhythm FM, growing with you everywhere. From your very first day in secondary school, to campus dreams that kept you awake at night, to that first job interview that changed everything. From traffic on 3rd Mainland Bridge to quiet midnight thoughts under an open sky, there has always been one frequency riding with you. Rhythm 93.7 FM didn't just play music, we scored your moments. When you celebrated, we turned it up. When you stumbled, we lifted your spirit. When the nation held its breath, we stayed present, informing, connecting, caring. Across Lagos, Port Harcourt, Benin, Abuja, and every heartbeat in between. One rhythm, one sound, one family. And now, beyond borders, streaming across continents, connecting Nigerians in the diaspora and global listeners searching for the sound of home. We didn't just grow, we grew with you. Through weddings and wins, through heartbreaks and hustle, through late nights, early mornings, and everything in between. Because it was never just radio. It's lifestyle, it's culture, it's connection. More music, less noise, more feeling, more life. This isn't just a station. This is your rhythm. Rhythm FM, growing with you everywhere.
I feel that song so much because I mean, people are not really having it anymore, especially in Nigeria of today, where a lot is going on, from insecurity to pastors shalayeing to a lot of nonsense. So I mean, make sure you check on somebody today. A little act of kindness is good. And yes, this show is What's Hot, where we talk about everything trending on social media. My name is Vera Chuku. I'm still in the studio with Praise Bata. I'm in the studio with Chidera Amakaya Dioha, and I'm also in the studio with Eniola Adekule. She looks very stunning today in black. Today is not lady in red, it's lady in black. So before we went on the break, we're talking about the lecturer who asked for sex before giving the lady her grades, and funny enough, she was able to catch the lecturer red-handed with her husband, and of course they don't beat them, add salt and pepper to the whole matter, and all of that. He'll be all right at the end of the day by receiving justice. But we have to move on to the next story. The next story is a tragic funeral journey turned into a nightmare after suspected kidnappers ambushed mourners escorting the body of late FRSC Deputy Commander Augustine O. Ikwe to Benue State for burial. The attackers reportedly abducted several mourners and marched them into the bush, abandoning the body, which was later recovered in Kogi State. The kidnappers are now demanding a 50 million naira ransom for the victims' release. The shocking incident has further fueled concerns over insecurity, and with many people now lamenting that in today's Nigeria, even the dead can no longer rest in peace. I'll take 2 comments. Ruti XS on Instagram says Trump was right, a country of particular concern. And then this is Rita Berry saying, so even the dead are not safe in this country. No be small wahala for dead body. Oh, hey God. Anytime I read this comment, because I mean, we had this conversation earlier on TV, and then, I saw that double wahala for dead body, and I remembered Orisha Femi. I'm like, some of these musicians, they'll release song. I went online after the conversation to really check on that song, and it's like 12 years ago. This man don't know say that line would be valid for 2026. Double wahala for dead body and the owner of them body. So people will carry dead body have to go bury, chop, kidnapping. I mean, Nigeria of today, nobody is safe, whether you are dead or alive. Even animals safe, no safe. They arrest animal and they kidnap animal. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, the floor is opened.
All right. This scenario is very, very crazy, and it's quite sad that you can't even die and rest in peace in Nigeria. I mean, do you know how terrible that is? It's already bad enough that this person that died is not even like an old person. So I'm sure it will be a mourning period for the family, and that is already bad enough that they are trying to bury their loved ones, and they got kidnapped on the way. People who are not even related will be caught in all of this nonsense, and then you are going from sympathizing with people to you being in captivity and your family running around trying to solicit money together to get you out of kidnappers. Then when do we get it right? This insecurity of a thing, it is so out of hand that I don't even have the right adjective to qualify it, honestly. This is sad.
It's so pathetic, because I mean, they kidnapped as they were going on the way, the family members, so there's already a cost for burials
for
and
sadness.
whatnot.
Yeah, they're already sad.
Apart from even the sadness, the financial whatever,
Aspect.
the transportation, they've paid money, they've made arrangements that okay, let us bury this man. So all that one, they already wasted or spent money. Exactly, thank you. The budget, the expenses, they spend money. Now they've kidnapped them. Now those people that I'm sure the planners are part of those people that they kidnapped. Now they'll start looking for money. Instead of them to have time to even grieve somebody that had died, but they'll be running hunting party. Now this person that has died cannot now rest. I know how they might say respect the dead. You guys have already actually thrown his body, because according to the full story, they said, they even abandoned the body. So even in death, this man was not even owed some of dignity before he can have his final rest. And now these people, instead of them to be grieving, they are thinking of how they can fundraise money. It's never okay that we're living in a society where we have now normalized anything fundraising. Before, people used to fundraise because, I want to jackpot, because maybe my father died, I want to complete my education, for beneficial causes, for investment. Kidnapping is not an investment something. So why are people now living in a country where it has become the norm? And because people have been meeting those fundraisers, kidnappers are not saying, hey, okay, now they happen, let me kidnap more. And I think the security agencies, if they've been sleeping, it's time for them to wake up, because 100%. This has become too rampant, and this cannot be our new normal.
Amen. Amen to that. Chidera, what do you have to say on this, Winnie?
Okay, let's quickly move on to if you can move on.
Okay, so I wanted to say something, that to think that this man is even a government or was a government official, like he works for FRSC, and somehow he found his corpse thrown in the bush, and they had to maybe go out, search for it before they finally found his body. Is this not a big shame to the entire system? God. Anyways, let's move on.
Okay, moving on to the next story. Bang, 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 bang. Mini, manimo. Okay, let me go for this one. Now, single women without children will become the majority in the coming years. This is according to data. Demographers project that single women without children will make up an increasingly large share of households in many developed countries, as people are now marrying later and they are deciding to have children later, or choosing not to have children at all. Now, people are saying that there has been rising education levels, financial independence, longer life expectancy, and shifting cultural priorities. All these factors have contributed to this trend of women not even getting married at all. Now, for many women today, marriage and motherhood are no longer seen as milestones that define adulthood. Instead, career growth, personal fulfillment, travel, and financial stability are often taking priority. Now, I'll take just to comment. This is Nessa. Nessa is saying, yes, so first generation of women to live on their own terms, clock it. And she's also saying, yes, because men just want to be fathers without wanting to share parenting duties. I'll take this last comment from Michelle. And Michelle is saying, as a mother of a 29 and a 27-year-old, I completely understand and approve this message. Until society truly values and appreciates motherhood, young women can sit this one out. That being said, motherhood isn't for everyone, so let's leave women alone to make their own decisions. Bam, clock it. Bang, 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 bama. Bam, bama, bamis. Me, I'm, an advocate for women using their free will to do what they want to do. Because now, this thing of women saying they don't want to marry, they don't want to give birth, is not a new thing. Men, since time immemorial, they've been doing things like that. But the thing is that there is no microscope on men to say that, why is it that you don't want to marry? When a man says, I'm not marrying, bam, they leave it. But when it's a woman, they begin to say, why now? You might regret it too. But I've never seen any scenario where they go and tell a man that you regret not marrying. And there are a lot of men that are not married, just I don't want to call names. They're in their 40s, they're in their 50s. Even if you look at the entertainment industry, they are within our eyes. If maybe you don't have any uncle like that in your family, but you can see them, but nobody ever polices them. But let a woman just clock 30, they shout biology clock or biology clock, as if men self don't even get biology clock. So I'm really happy that women are saying, come, there's more to me than being a married woman. There's more to me than being a wife. There's not more to me than being a mother, and there's nothing wrong with all those things. But it's the thing that they now feel like if you don't have all these things, you're less of a woman, and it is not true. Women, we are different. We are not wired the same. If some people say their own life agenda is to be married, bam, so be it. If some women are saying that they don't want to marry, they just want to focus on their career, they want to be traveling, exploring the world, seeing beautiful places, they don't want to be limited to just living in Nigeria, they are well within their rights. So all this judgment of, you regret it, I don't think it's true. And I'm really happy that women are picking themselves, investing in themselves, traveling, and just enjoying their lives. One of the comments said that women are not being appreciated, and it's true. That's another reason why people are refusing, because they've seen how their mothers have suffered. In the end, the man will go and marry a younger girl, or he will abandon that woman with nothing to her name. We've seen how men can be wicked like that. So they're saying, I will not suffer like my mama because I have more education and more exposure. I open the ground for you guys to speak.
Oh my gosh. Pretty safe. But honestly, a lot of men want children the way they want toys or puppies. That's just it. Something convenient for them to play with, do whatever they want with, and when they no longer want to, they can drop and just leave. And that's the way a lot of men, especially Nigerian men, that's how they do fatherhood. They see it as, okay, I have a choice. That's why you see a man have 2-3 children, leave the wife, go and marry another person, conveniently birth other children with that woman, and nobody crucifies them for it. I mean, it's just something that is just he's a man, so he has choices and all that. So a lot of women are already saying it, that my whole essence does not have to be about being a mother. I'm not tied to you must marry, you must this, you must that. If I'm finding comfort, if I'm living my life very well, and I feel like a man is just going to bring headache or even complicate my life more, I have the choice to decide that I'm not going to do anything with a man, and nobody's going to hold me for it. This is 2026, so everybody should get over it. I mean, we should expect more of that. If you really want to champion marriage and know that, and you want people to be encouraged to go into marriage, then maybe the men should change the way they behave, and know that generally maybe the policing should be more on men, and a lot of them should step up and fix up. Maybe women will now start considering.
Please, I want to say something because I don't want to forget, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry because it's not my turn to talk, but I'm so sorry. Now, you know, when I was younger, I used to see how women will lose their husbands and they will not remarry. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe she really loved her husband. But then when I grew up to a certain man, I was like, okay, maybe this woman, you know, she feels like she wants to take care of her children. But I now found out that the reason why most women do not marry is because they do not want someone to come and police them again. Now, I had a conversation with an older woman, and she said, it's not that my husband was not a good man. No, he was a good man. I really did love him. But the reason why I refused to remarry was because I wanted to do things on my own terms. Because whether you like it or not, as a woman, you have to submit. I mean, religion says so. If you are following Christianity, I don't know what Islam provides for, but Christianity, you have to submit to your husband.
But did she tell you that it was a traditional reason?
No, because she's a pastor, and she's this all this like she's a very but wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Not confuse me now, very well. But the point is that she was basically saying that the reason why she did not remarry was because she didn't want someone to now come and be policing her that you do this, and then because she had 2 children, it's not a thing of anything he might not want to treat them a certain way because they are not his biological children. So she wants to spare herself all that, and also spare the children all that, because she felt like in her family there were men that her brothers, of course, they were there for her already. So she did not want any man now come and remove her attention from her children, one, and also now control her and police her. Any small thing, what will my husband eat? If what will my little, and that's basically why people are refusing to marry these days, because any small thing, husband, children, you not feel think of your own self, and that's why some women are looking older than their husbands because of stress. And your husband go they look like young boy, go they do zaddy, you go they look like mama. Women, wise up.
So I agree.
Emma,
I understand that.
My love.
I'm happy. I'm consoled to say. I'm consoled that women are now being as selfish as men are, right? Because I don't understand why the attention is on single women when the vast majority of male that we have in the world are single. The vast majority of male we have in this world are single fathers who are happy about it. The vast majority of men in this world are men who left their women to go be with another woman.
Offset.
The vast majority of men in this world are men who can just someone said this and I come and debunk this statement with, we operate in a patriarchal society. Yes. The world is run on patriarchy. True. Could just give women the chance to breathe. And I also like the fact that our mothers of nowadays, like my mother, like our mothers, right? The Gen X mothers are now understanding that women really do have choices to make. 100%. They're now understanding that, girl, if your husband is not treating you well, leave that house and come back home.
Not before my mama.
It's not.
I get the memo.
Your mama they receive straight bullets.
Your mommy cannot tell you to stay in the house when you're not being treated right. Your mom cannot tell you. Okay. She
doesn't say
Praise, don't set your mom up.
You guys we need to start putting ourselves more. A man would put his needs first before you. Yes. He will forget that he was ever even once in love with you, right? So you say run with sense. The same way they claim that women run on emotion, run
That's
with
why we're
logic,
wiser, we have
right?
emotions,
Exactly.
actually.
So run with the logic and be selfish to yourself first before any other man.
100%.
Because now you first, though.
Now you first too. If you die, you go marry another
You
person.
go marry another person.
And they know they waste time for that one.
Okay, so I said something earlier on TV, and I want to reiterate that it's a good thing we live in a generation where women now have options, down to giving birth. But the real thing here for me is the fact that a lot of women will hide behind this as consolation statement that, you know, having a family is not achievement, having children is not achievement, because they are very bitter. So the easy way, because of the kind of generation we live in, is just to come out to say, hey, I'm choosing myself. Meanwhile, they are hiding behind bad character, bad attitude, refusing to put in the work for their relationship, no patience, no kindness. So many women are just hiding under the umbrella of be achievement. At least I live in a time when I can pick myself over everything and anything. Meanwhile, there are women who are genuinely saying, I want to pick myself, genuinely, not because they are unkind, not because they don't have patience, not because they're not ready to do the work, but because that's what the path that they've really chosen. So I feel like you should not deceive yourself, in as much as we as young ladies were excited for this time to be alive. Just do not deceive yourself, because you can lie to everybody in the world, you cannot lie to yourself.
Objection, ma.
Go ahead, my baby girl.
Now, what I want to say concerning this is that the only reason why women would not start to lie, about not wanting to get married, to try to cover their pain, is because society is already bullying them for that. And that's why I'm saying that there's nothing wrong with you.
So because society is bullying them.
Yes, now you reach a certain age, and then then
there's the pressure.
Apart from the pressure, people start to mock you, right? Like, there are some women that, yes, they want to get married, but at the end of the day, who are the people proposing? It's a man. So if a man has not come to propose to them, they are still in the market. Do you understand? Now, when somebody now starts to lie to start to taunt you and start say, oh, at your age you're not married, what's the next thing that you do is to put up a defense. And that's why you now see women now come to me and say, hey, I don't need a man. While there are some that genuinely don't need a man, but there are some that they're hiding under that because society started bullying them first. So if society will stop putting their noses in their own business, let everybody just be on their own, so they will not be pressured to now come and be saying, oh, I don't want
Sadly,
this.
it can never be like that. Because
And a lot of people are going to Shiloh every year. People want to get married. So I think it's wicked that society will still be mocking them for that. And women are now coming as a defense. No, we're not the same.
Okay, no. I say exactly.
I'm just saying that, like, it's not their fault that they're pretending.
Why I say exactly is because I've seen different realities. This thing you're saying, I've seen it play out, and
so
then no, you're not. And I've seen another reality where the lady, right? I will not mention her name because she's really close to our family. But it was obvious that this lady was not ready for any man. She had a lot of suitors, whatnot, until she got into her late 30s and then early 40s. I experienced her closely before she moved abroad and stuff. This woman was outrightly, I watched her in different phases, right, where she did not care about any man. Like, literally, a man can come with his salary and flowers to be begging her like this, and she'll walk away and enter another man's car and drive off. Even right now, my cousin is still facing the same challenge with a girl whom, he would literally beg this girl will say, please, I'm going out on a date with somebody else. And then it gets, of course, as they explore her option for how long. Sometimes when society begins to shame people, which is a lot of people's reality, so many people are hiding behind the guise of the bad character that they have displayed, that have chased away all the people that should have been there for them. Maybe there are some genuine men. I look at my cousin today and I'm like, hey God, man like you, they don't make them like you no more, because this guy literally would die for this girl, yet send them. So I've seen reverse cases as well. That's why I speak like this. It's crazy. But regardless, we can take one more story before we go.
Chi, I will sing for you to say thank you.
Thank you, my love. Good. So a Nigerian bride has called off her wedding after her groom, it's no longer her groom, after the groom said only his family would pick up the money spread at the wedding.
Man.
When I saw people having this kind of conversations on the comment section, I thought it was a lie, right? Until I watched the video. This woman was fully glammed, looking all beautiful in her bridal traditional attire, and she was in the car and she was like, I beg come out this thing because of marriage. Jeez. If his mom says so, then it is over, like it's gone. And I'm like, what the?
What is mommy's
Wait,
voice?
wait. No, like, is it not weird that you're calling off a wedding after your fiance has said that, oh, his family will pick the money? I beg, is it like a particular who they pick money? Not be bride's friends or like, I don't know, like, I don't get it. Is it rocket science?
That just speaks to an underlying problem. Really, because that tells you the kind of family she's even getting married. She has been having a second thought all this while, so that was like breaking the camel's back for her.
Okay, let me take some comments. T-Money on X says, this is what happens when you avoid certain conversations during the dating stage. If you cannot have difficult and uncomfortable conversations, forget it. Dating now is just for sex and vibes, forgetting what really matters. Trust me, there must have been signs, but they were ignored. Mr. Easy, not the Mr. Easy we know, by the way. So I'm not sure the supposed groom knows what God did for him. A very big mountain was just removed from his way, and he'd be a foolish man to ever regret his decision. See what you carry in the house. This is exactly the kind of woman that would have millions in her account and would not support the family on the ring. Now you sabi. But then it's I don't know, like, it's just, I don't get how a wedding is going to be called off over the fact that maybe there was a slight disagreement or a slight misunderstanding that, oh, is my I don't, is that, again, I ask, is it the groom or the bride that is supposed to be picking money? Because I just think that, okay, the bride will probably tell one of the girls on her train, please help me just pick up the money. It's not something that should be rocket. I mean, is it that it is the groom's friend that came to spray money on that day, or the
okay, so, but you know what, Chidera, I think we should even throw it to everyone listening to us right now. What do you think? Who do you think should be picking money at a wedding? And do you think this is reason enough to just call off a wedding? Let's know in our social media handle, because we are itching to voice out your opinion, to see what you are saying as well. Just type what's hot on Instagram, send us a DM, or even comment on any of our videos and I would see it. Let's know who should be picking money outrightly in a wedding. But regardless, this is where we'll have to draw the curtain for today. My name is Vera Chuku, your baby girl for life. Have a wonderful day if you can.
If you as a man cannot allow your woman to pick that money or give her friends, you are not buying and should not be married. You are the type of man that will not buy mattress before marriage. Anyways, my name is Praise Obata and I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright guys, thank you very much for staying tuned with us. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. My name is Daniela Adekunle. I'll see you tomorrow.
And my name is Chidera Amakanya Dio. Ha. See you next time.
Yes, I'm leaving you in the hands of Wizkid and Ira Star. If you get a problem, call God. No go to bother people with your wahala. Go on your knees, man.
Carrying across Lagos, Port Harcourt, Benin, Abuja, and every heartbeat in between. One rhythm, one sound, one family. And now, beyond borders, streaming across continents, connecting Nigerians in the diaspora and global listeners searching for the sound of home. We didn't just grow, we grew with you. Through weddings and wins, through heartbreaks and hustle, through late nights, early mornings, and everything in between. Because it was never just radio. It's lifestyle, it's culture, it's connection. More music, less noise, more feeling, more life. This isn't just a station. This is your rhythm. Rhythm FM, growing with you everywhere. From your very first day in secondary school, to campus dreams that kept you awake at night, to that first job interview that changed everything. From traffic on 3rd Mainland Bridge to quiet midnight thoughts under an open sky, there has always been one frequency riding with you. Rhythm 93.